has been a lovely sunny and dry month. It is an in-between month when the springbulbs have finished flowering and the roses aren't in flower yet. That is why I've planted a lot of alliums last October and add some color to the garden. Not only I enjoy them, but the bees love them too. They have lots of tiny flowers that look like little stars. Also the season that the geums are flowering. This is a variety named meadow, a beautiful double flower in an apricot peach tone. I've added a few more geums to the garden in a pale yellow color. I think they match very well with the color of the hosta leaves. Unfortunately, I don't know what variety geum it is. The garden center labeled it as an orange one. The delicate little flowers of the woodruff brighten up the darkest spot in my garden. It never gets any sun. The ferns seem to love this corner of the garden too, slowly unfolding its leaves. It is a variety named Herrenhauser. The first peas are ready to be harvested. The plants remained a little bit smaller than previous year. I think it is due to the drought we have had this spring. Although I water them regularly, they prefer rainwater over tap water. I don't see many flower buds on the peas, so I think it will be a small harvest this year. When the peas are finished, I will plant some runner beans against the wall. As you can see, I've removed the little polytunnel. They don't need the warmth anymore. We don't get any frost, so yeah, that's great. I can start planting. Got a lot of tomatoes, way too many. So I'm going to plant them into this bed, and a few will go on the terrace in some containers. Then over here I have a courgette. I have a few more. I've planted one in the vegetable garden and two in containers on the terrace as well. And then over here I have some lovely melons. Yeah, I'm not sure if it is going to be warm enough this summer because I don't have a greenhouse, so we'll be growing them outside. Then over here there's the rocket. I've harvested quite a lot of rocket, but it starts bolting because it's too warm for them. And then over here I have some lovely strawberries. Some are already red. These were grown from seeds that I took out of strawberries that I bought at the supermarket. And they were very, very sweet, and I didn't know what variety it was. So I think, okay, let's try to sow them. And they did quite well. This is the first time that I can harvest from them, so I hope they're just as sweet as the one that I bought in the supermarket. Then in front I have a lot of cosmos. I have the lemonade, and over there I have the Kiro, a yellow variety. And this is a bit pinkish with yellow. Over here I have a lot of phlox, creme brulee and cherry caramel. In front I have some more strawberries, then I have some butter lettuce. As you can see, my beetroot are doing quite well, so I'm very happy. So yeah, fingers crossed, maybe I get some beetroot this year. And yeah, that means that adding the mycorrhiza to the soil really helps. I've sown some leeks that germinated, and then some more strawberries behind it. Against the wall there are also a couple of strawberry varieties, and then as well the peas. And then behind me you can see the raspberries. These are autumn fruiting raspberries. So yeah, they're growing quite nicely. And yeah, this is my herb bed, and I have some gooseberries over here that have some fruit, not a lot. Then in front I have a lot of sunflowers. I have snapdragons. They did quite well, but now somehow they got some insects, some bugs, I don't know, but they eat the center, the top of the plants. So I think, okay, well, let's use that. So I took out the tops, pinched them out, so then you get a lot of more bushy growth. But then the side shoots, they started to eat them as well. So yeah, fingers crossed I will be able yeah, to get on top of it and save my snapdragons. And then I have a lot more cosmos over there as well. I have some Brussels sprouts that I will keep in containers for now with some netting, and as soon as I have more space in the vegetable garden I'm going to plant them out. And then I've also had a lot of zinnias and dahlias, but they're on the terrace over there, so I'm going to show you that as well. There is, however, a tree that loves the drought, and that is my apricot. It has more fruits than usual. Soon I will be able to harvest some more strawberries. On the terrace behind the yew hedge, I've placed my zinnia seedlings. A lot of zinnia seedlings. almost 100 of them. Don't ask me where I'm going to plant them all, I have no idea yet. I wanted to try 9 different varieties, and I've sown 10 to 12 seeds per variety, in case some didn't germinate. Well, actually most of them did germinate, resulting in an overdose of zinnias. On this terrace I've placed a polytunnel and cold frame for my dahlias, to keep them warm and, most importantly, to keep them dry in case it rains. As you can see, I also grow a lot of dahlias. Some of them haven't sprouted yet and have to stay a little bit longer in the cold frame, but others are ready to be planted out in the garden. Besides dahlias, I'm also growing some lilies and eucomas. This terrace is also where I place the spring bulbs when they have finished flowering, so they can die back slowly. With all these dahlias and zinnias, I think the garden will be an explosion of color this summer. I've also sown a few sweet peas that I will use as cut flowers. Behind the cold frame I grow some more strawberries in plastic containers. In this corner there's some more dahlias and a few nasturtiums. From the terrace through the yew hedge you can have a peek into the area with the wooden bench. So far we've had a wonderful sunny spring. It has been a very busy and stressful time of the year for me, and I'm extremely grateful to be able to go into my garden and enjoy the flowers and the bees. In the next video I will be planting my dahlias and annuals in the garden. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will end the video with a few bloopers. Thank you ever so much for watching. Please subscribe to this channel for more videos. Hope to see you next time. Testen, testen, testen. Kan ik hier überhaupt tussen zitten? Zonder de frambozen te slopen. Maybe. Auw, mijn voeten. Volgens mij is dit ding helemaal ondersteboven geklapt. Dus dat ziet er natuurlijk niet uit.